Hello and welcome on 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Well, a painful exit for some countries, like the likes of Japan and South Korea, being defeated by Brazil. And you saw that particular wonderful performance from even Croatia too, that went to penalty shootout. We just have to quickly look at the sporting stories trending in the world of sport. We'll be starting from home scene, talking about the National Sports Festival is taking place in Asaba, Delta State, where we'll be joined by two sport journalists who will be at least giving us update and also talking World Cup together. Well, I have JC Adams. If you are there, JC, good morning. Also, I got to link up with Omoni Oluwafermi. Good to have you, Omoni.
Yeah, thank you very much. Adeni Ajishabe. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for having me around this morning.
Nice one. Nice to have you there, Oluwafermi Omoni. We just have to talk about the National Sports Festival first. That's the first story we're looking at, the update, the tag there. Well, from the way it is, the sports festival is going well in Asaba. We've seen so many developments, record being broken, a lot of new record being set by athletes across different competitions taking place in Asaba. Well, let's see if we have Jerry Adams, if he's already there to join us. Okay, right now. Okay, let's start with the sports festival. Okay, Jesse Adams, good morning. Jesse Adams, good morning. Okay, Jesse is not to be ready yet. We are waiting for him to get ready to give us update concerning all the happenings in Asaba while we link up with Omoni Oluwafermi. Okay, Omoni, now the sports festival is really going well right now. We've seen Delta State still leading the pack, over 79 gold medals right now. They are really forging ahead. It seems they are playing the catch me if you can when it comes to sports in Nigeria.
Yeah, thank you very much, Ajishafe. Once again, I'll say, I'm so glad to join once again for another beautiful episode of Sports Stories on Trust TV. If you look at it, I can say that Delta State, they have come to clinch everything that matters to sport, medals at the National Sport Festival. Don't forget that they are the host, but we've seen what they were able to show at the end of 2020, where they top the table. And right now, they are doing it in their own soil, right? Which means there won't be anything that will actually stop them or probably hinder them from getting everything. Right now, they are in the top, over 40 medals so far, because in gold, silver, and bronze bronze. I think it just shows their level of preparedness, how they prepare so well for this competition.
Well, they've really done well so far in this competition. Just have to give up to Delta State being the host state and also leading the pack when it comes to National Sports Festival. Let's see if JC Adam is ready. JC Adam, are you there? Okay, even though we can't hear JC Adams, if we want to get update since he's live there in Asaba. Well, we have him there. Jesse, how are you?
Good morning, Mr. Adeni Ajishafe.
Good one. Well, we just... Okay, let's have you there. Give us some updates. What's happening in Asaba?
I can't hear you. Please speak.
What is happening in Asaba? Give us some updates for this morning. Events, actually, some competitions taking place. We've seen weightlifting. What is happening?
There are a lot of events going on in Asaba. In the indoor sports hall of the Sivinkeshi Stadium, there are some events that are yet to be concluded in the Taekwondo. For the chess State University, and there are games still on. There will be some presentations of medals in today in other sports. But as it is, Delta State has still topping. I think closely followed by Ogun State and Oyo are there. Very, very exciting sport festival, if you may ask me, because you've seen states that were never given a chance, to actually battle for that place in the top 5. They are there, and you can see states like Edo and Bayelsa are actually struggling. But for now, it's all Delta, as the case is. It's all Delta. They've done very well in terms of athletes, remuneration, and the encouragement. is so top notch. So many states are here to actually sum up the numbers. Sorry to say that, but that's the truth. But for now, I think it's all Delta. Delta will definitely win this one. They are defending their title and they are taking this home.
Okay, well, let's go to the next one that has to do with Enekwechi. Yes, Chukwuebuka Enekwechi was able to set a record after he threw 67 points in that particular sport called Hammer. Well, a lot of people saw that coming because really he has been in short put, but now we switched to Hammer and he was able to do it well. You were there. So how did it happen?
Well, he just came into the country, I think, less than 2 days ago. And, you know, you could see Enekwechi, the way he came. And, you know, there's this affair on most of the athletes in the Asaba. Immediately, excuse me, immediately he came into town, we knew something was about to happen. Definitely, you know, breaking in sports festival record is not a mean feat. Excuse me. Congratulations to him. Congratulations to Delta State.
Well, good one there. Well, you are still giving us updates. I will just hold on there. Let's go to Lagos. Let's link Omoni Oluwafermi. Well, Omoni, are you there? Okay, so
yes,
you
I
just
am.
said that Chukwuebuka Enekwechi was able to do it in Hammer. We know him popularly for shot put, but right now he switched to Hammer Sport and he was able to do it, throwing 67.93 to break records set by Christopher Okoye some years back. And right now, that record, according to even him, that is Enekwechi, say, well, as at some years back, he actually threw about 70 above. But right now, at least he has broken the record.
I think it's a very good one right now. And if I may say, we've actually recorded good and outstanding performances from different athletes in the country. Don't forget that the Birmingham 2022, talking about the Commonwealth Games, I actually saw many Nigerian athletes doing very, very well, Toby Amushan and the rest of others. And now looking at Ekwechi, it's something that, for me, I'm so excited that we are getting ourselves together. We are picking up from every pieces left, and we are making a very big mockery artwork with them. So right now, the sport festival, and if I may tell you, Adishafe, that the performance from the Commonwealth game is actually reflecting, and is actually going to show more when during this National Sport Festival from athletes who participated at the Commonwealth Games, because that form is still there, that ability, that energy is still there. So definitely they are going to put that experience in play when they compete in Nigeria here in Asaba.
Okay, good one there. Now let's switch to Jesse. Jesse, I want to ask you about it. You actually said the athletes are excited. Can you tell us the excitement coming from the athletes camp?
Oh, most definitely. I think it's from the ministry that actually brought most of these athletes. You can see promises flying up and down. You know, like for I think the Nassau State contingent, the commissioner actually said he was going to give the sum of some money for the medals winners. And for Edo, we know what actually happened. How they were brought into camp, and then the whole atmosphere is you know, it's just, you can see the excitement written all over the athletes, you know, representing their states, and you could see some winning and losing. Well, it's been a top-notch festival, if you may ask me, from the hosting states to those that actually visited. You could see it. So to me, I can see excitement. Any negative report from any camp, though some of the athletes are complaining about the accommodation, but the main organizing committee, in conjunction with the local organizing committee, they've actually sat down and they've dealt with some of these things. And for now, it's an each-free event that is actually going on in Asaba.
Okay, good one there. At least Jesse Adams giving us update concerning what is happening in Asaba. Jesse, before we switch to World Cup, one more question concerning National Sports Festival. When it comes to facilities, it seems the facilities are up to date. From the picture and also the video I saw that the facilities put in place by Delta State government seems to be up to date.
Hello, I didn't get that.
Okay, talking about the facilities being used by these athletes, the stadium tartan, and also looking at all the equipments being used by all the athletes participating at the National Sports Festival.
Yes, they are top notch, if you may ask me. While having a media chat with the Honorable Commissioner for Information, Mr. Charles Aniagu, he said, it was tasking because they never prepared, they never thought they were going to get the hosting right. But as soon as they got the hosting right of the 21st National Sport Festival, they swung into action ASAP. And you could see from all that is on ground, it was evident that right from the day one, they started preparation, talking about Delta State government. You could see the facilities, you could see from the indoor sports hall where the table tennis games were played down to the other sport hall too, where we have the martial games. You could see the swimming pool. It's a newly developed facility, all up to world standard. The tracks where they play, where the athletics are currently going on, you could see that most of these things have been refurbished. And no surprising that most teams are actually saying, let me say, some athletes are saying, even if Delta actually bid for the next edition, they won't mind coming. This is better compared to what they've seen previously. Well, according to Mr. Bukola Ulupade, the CEO of Nina Sports, the man that actually helped Delta State to get the hosting bid, he said it's over 20 years in sport marketing that Delta State is the best, most organized festival that he has ever involved himself in, and it's all evidence for all to see.
Good one there. Jesse Adams from Asaba giving us update. Now let's switch to the World Cup. And this time around, we have to go to Lagos. Let's talk to Oluwafemi Omoni. We'll start with the, before we actually contact Omoni, let's look at the result. Yes, an update on that concerning that. Let's look at the round of 16 results as it went down yesterday. Well, a tough one. Japan, Croatia 1-1 in the meantime. And Maida scoring, Perisic actually equalizing. Croatia won on penalty shootout 3-1. And you have Brazil 4-1 against South Korea, where Vinicius Junior, Neymar, Richarlison, and Lucas Paqueta actually scoring those goals, while South Korea pulled one by Park Sing-ho, scoring in the 76th minute. Well, Omoni, you saw what happened yesterday. Japan, Croatia. Your take on that game? Japan nearly, if not for the penalty, they nearly spoiled the show for Croatia.
Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, it was actually going in the Japanese side. I think they got them to push Samoa side until Ivan Perisic. And yesterday's game really showed experience and as well showed following the same pattern because Croatia in that game, they had chances from the first half to have nailed the game, to have gotten everything they wanted, but the little stray from what I could say that a little clumsiness in the defensive area of the Croatians, the Blazers, really cost them, and yet they did not lose the focus. And 10 minutes into the second half, Ivan Perisic from Dejan Lovren's cross headed the ball into net, and that was how it all began. And if the Japanese were probably, if they could remember the 2018, where Croatia got to the final via penalty shootout from the round of 16 against Denmark down to the semi-finals, and eventually they played the final. It was only in the finals that France had to defeat them at the regulated time. And people then at the 2018 final, people were like, okay, Croatia were the underdogs. They were trying to pull big strings that many people were not even seeing coming. And they were like, okay, maybe we are going to expect another penalties. And don't forget, their goalkeeper was another hero for Croatia yesterday. I'm talking about Livakovic, who actually saved hat-trick of penalties, saving 3 penalties in that game yesterday. It was just a game of, I'll say it's a game of experience. It's a game that they had to follow the plan. They knew they were very good with penalty shootouts, and they stayed closely. As at that game, Luka Modric was out, Ivan Perisic was out, they have Kramaric was even out, and they were like, okay, one person who was actually in that game that actually played that penalty some years back. I'm talking about this particular player now. I'm talking about Brozovic, Marcelo
Brozovic.
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 Sorry, thank you very much. Yes, he was in that. He was in that squad some 4 years ago. It's something that, if you look at it, every one of them, they knew what they wanted. They stick to the plan, and Japan, unfortunately, they couldn't match up to that experience.
Well, coming from Oluwafemi there, Brozovic, a tongue-twisting name. Well, good one there from Oluwafemi. Now, let's go to Jesse. Jesse, you saw that game between Japan and Croatia. It was a game that saw the first extra time of this Mundial so far. And it was a tough one because Japan really came to the party, even though eventually they lost along penalty shootout. A tough one. Well, experience count, like Omoni said. From your own side, what do you see that really went wrong against Japanese?
Well, just like you said, experience actually counted against Japan. For a team that actually defeated two former champions in Germany, and I think they actually did very well, playing against a more experienced Croatia side. Meida Dizan actually got the first goal in the 43rd minute before Ivan Perisic equalized in the 55th minute. It was a very close game, and just like could be anybody's game. So it's not a bad day in the office for the Japanese. They actually had a very, very good run in this tournament, for a group that comprises of, Germany, Spain, and you rather expect them to either come third or last in this group. But they came out big and defeated Germany, and they defeated Spain. They only lost against Costa Rica, that one loss, but that didn't deter them. They actually eliminated Germany from the tournament. But as it is, I think it's a very good result. They should be happy with the fact that they played against one of the most experienced sides in this continent. Talking about Croatia, the last event, they actually lost to France, just like Omoni said. So there is no way you will say they lost against the Croatia side. That is not. No. The Croatian side is a good team, and playing against them and then taking them till the end of the extra time means, well, the Japanese actually did very well. But for me, definitely, it was a good run for the Japanese side.
A good run from Japanese side, coming from both Feromi and Jesse Adams. They've been on the show, talking sport on 360 Sport on Trust TV. And right now, let's go to the big one. Brazil, South Korea. It was a game that maybe a lot of people were looking at. With South Korea also popped up a shocking moment. They couldn't do it. They tried their best, but really Brazil showed there they are the king of samba. They scored 1, 2, 3, 4 before Swinho was able to pull one back. But right now, Brazilians, they seem to get the rhythm well. Jesse, let me start from you. That game, Brazil really showed class in that particular game that happened yesterday.
Yes, two goals in the first 30 minutes. Only mean one thing. The Brazilians, I mean the Samba boys, they are here for business. 5 times world champion. You agree with me that they are here to actually win this tournament in Qatar. Playing the likes of Vinicius Junior, Thiago Silva, Marquinhos. You could see the array of talents that we have in this Brazilian team. And I'm not surprised that this Republic of South Korea side were made, to feel the brunt of this side. 4 goals in the first half, and, they had to pedal down 2 in the second half. That's when Park Sung-ho actually got that one. But the business had been concluded in the first 45 minutes. The Brazilians are here to joke not. They are here for the business. They are going to stand up against Croatia in the next match. Well, this is when their real credentials will be tested. But for now, let the Brazilians enjoy their moments.
Now, Omoni, do you agree with Jesse really that they really show that they are the king right now? Well, till they face Croatia. But between South Korea and Brazil yesterday, a game that saw a one-sided kind of performance. Omoni, your take?
Yeah, for me, South Korea, if not for the little, or let me say the low turnout from the Ghanaians, the Black Stars of Ghana, South Korea wouldn't have been in that party in the first place. It would have definitely had to have been maybe Brazil against Ghana. And I think that would have even showed a more disciplined game than what was experienced yesterday. For me, it was just like a charade, because the South Koreans that really held on against Portugal, defeating Portugal, and you now see them staying very strong against Uruguay. Now seeing them playing that kind of game against Brazil, for me, it was as if they were not really. It was as if they were not even part of the numbers. It was as if they just came as a spectator. And unfortunately, Ghana couldn't. Ghana would have been in the shoe. Maybe they would have given the Samba boys a more reason to be conscious, or to even play a more definitive game. But unfortunately, it went that way. And now to talk about the Brazil-South Korea game, it was just an easy ride for the Brazilians. And against Croatia, I will tell you again that it's actually going to be another easy ride for them, because look at the score, look at the depth. Before Neymar came on board, after the injury, before recovering from the injury, and he had to play yesterday, scoring the penalty, it was as if the Brazilians have been having a very nice party in Qatar. They've been having very good party. The opponents they've been facing have not been really very tough one that really get them off their house. It has always been a very swift one, a very simple one. And right now that they will be facing Croatia, I can still say that again, that it's actually going to be a very simple one. 4 goals in the first half, for me, that was just too much. And so far in this World Cup, we've not really had that kind of simple or kind of cheap results like
anyway,
that
Omoni,
yesterday.
let me just cut you short there so that we can quickly look at the fixtures for today. Matches will be coming up today. Let's look at those fixtures. Morocco will be facing Spain, and you have Portugal versus Switzerland. Those are the 2 matches, 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. Who will win these games? Morocco is the only African nation remaining at the World Cup right now. What can they do against the Spanish side? Omoni, just in a brief, Morocco, Spain, what do you expect?
Okay, thank you very much. What I can just say is that Morocco will be facing a distant neighbors, because you look at it in Barcelona to Morocco, it's not really very far, but it's very close, not far, that far. And now the last time they met was at the 2018 World Cup, where the group stage where it all ended in a 2 draw. The last game for the Moroccans, and now they will be facing Spain again right now. And I think aside from that, they also met some over 50 years ago during the I think another competition where Spain had to defeat them in both legs 3-2.
Do you see, Omoni, do you see Morocco winning this game?
Yes.
That's what
I would say that Morocco has a very big chance.
That's what I want to hear from you. That would be nice to hear from at least that particular winning mentality concerning Morocco versus Spain. And I want to appreciate you, Oluwafemi Omoni. Thank you very much for joining us from Lagos.
Thank you.
And
thank you very much.
Jesse Adams, Morocco versus Spain. What are you going to say concerning this game?
It's going to be, for the game, it's going to be a very tight context between both sides. You could see the way they actually handle their group stage games. You could see purposefulness in their flow of game. I'll talk particularly Morocco. Morocco has been the revelation of the tournament. So I don't see. I see a major upset. I believe Morocco will get Spain. Will bundle Spain out of this one. There's no 2 ways about it. This is my take, and I stand on it. Morocco to edge Spain in this context.
Good one there. You stand on your take there, and we hope that that particular take will favor the whole Africa. Africans are expecting Morocco to pull a surprise tonight, or rather this evening, by the time that match will be coming up against Spain. Thank you very much, Jesse Adams.
My pleasure, Mr. Adeni.
Good one there. Let's go back. At least we've given you all the update concerning the matches, the result, and also talking about National Sports Festival. But before we go, let's look at the NBA. It's getting very scintillating now. Talking about basketball, where we talk about the NBA result. Games were played, and we'll talk about the NBA. Right now, we just have to quickly look at the result of those games, although a particular player outshined another one. That has to do with Andrew Nilbert being able to outshine Golden State Warriors star man Stephen Curry. Result there, Milwaukee Bucks 109 against Orlando Magic 102. LA Clippers, actually, they clipped the wings of Charlotte Hornets 117 to 119. Boston Celtics 116 against Toronto Raptors of Canada 110. Oklahoma City Thunder score 121 against Atlanta Hawks 114. While Memphis Grizzlies, they actually came saw and conquered against Miami Heat of Florida 93. They scored there. Philadelphia 76ers 123. They lost that game against Houston Rockets. Good one for the Rockets. They were able to win. At least they got that very right. Phoenix Suns 111. That's 111 against Dallas Mavericks, who were really maverick enough to win that game. 130 against 111. And you have Indiana Pacers 112 against Golden State Warriors 104. Andrew Nilbert, chairman, as they call him now, against Stephen Curry. Well, good one for Nilbert and the entire squad of Indiana Pacers. They were able to win that game. Giving you updates concerning the NBA there, and also to let you know that Nigeria international Tobiloba Mushon couldn't win the award that a lot of Nigerians voted for. Actually, right now, the American McLaughlin got that award. So painful, but at least she's a world record holder. We'll never forget that, and still that record stays. I am Adeniyi Ajishafe. Sport is always business and fitness. Thanks for watching.